How's it going, people? Welcome to this new Devops episode. In this episode, we are going to cover how to change files and folders permission using Chmod. Behind, behind not. It's just like using the format, the numeric format or the Octal format. That is based using numbers instead of letters, like the last episode. For example, I'm going to use this combination just right there. If you remember, this one is, for example, to change the groups and add the permission, I don't know, execution for the file.txt. And this is fine, but maybe if you want to change or perform more operations, maybe you remember that you can use this one right there. Okay, this is wrong, and that's fine. Okay, in this case, if you see, we gave permission for, okay, I forget to file txt. Oh my goodness, give me a sec. I have to remove this one because this is dangerous. I already told you why. And cd course temp, and okay, I have to change it again. So file.txt, mkdir folder, and perform this command again. And as you can see, we have, write and execution. But what if I try to give for all? In this case, you can't. Why? I didn't even know. As you can see, we gave permission to author, but others doesn't apply, and this is where maybe behind some security policies, and maybe if you want to have more control about, if for example, if you want to give in just one command a specific permission for user, a specific permission for the group, and other permission for others, so you have to execute 3 different commands for achieve that. So in the numeric format, maybe it's a bit complex, but once I explained how the numeric format works, is pretty easy to remember. So that's allowed, for example, change all the permissions in just one command. So first of all, maybe I don't know. I need you a example. Let's use 000 file.txt, and as you can see, I changed all this one, but maybe it's not different because I can use minus and also perform this action. But what happens if I want to give this one and this one? And if you see, we gave the execution for user and the write permission for group. But maybe you don't know why these numbers. I have to memorize codes or something like that. No, you don't have to memorize codes. This is pretty easy to understand. First of all, remember the permissions order. So the permissions order is the following. You already know that. Write, and execute. And there are other way to represent that permission as a number, and that is about 4, 2, 1. An easy way to remember that is because the last one is going to increment double each time. So for example, 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4, or maybe okay, I don't know how to give this arithmetic expression. This one, I don't know. I don't know, multiplication, something like that. So maybe 1 multiplication 2 multiplication 2 is 4, and more. So this one is useful to understand this. And maybe you are asking about, but why in this command you use, okay, this is easy, but also this works. For example, 7, and let's see what's the difference. And as you can see, I gave all the permission for the group. And maybe are you asking for why 7 if 7 doesn't exist? Okay, first of all, remember, this is a group. This is just for the permission for a group. This author, group, or others. In this case, I'm using the permission for all the guys. all the groups. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm going to give one permission, the number one permission to the author. That means execution. I'm giving the 7 permission for the group, and that means read, write, and execution, and the 0 for the others, that means nothing. So how we reach these numbers like this? Yeah, you just have to sum each others and make a combination. For example, if you want to give if you want to give the, I don't know, write and write permission, you have to sum 4 plus 2 and you have 6. So for example, let's give 6 for all the groups. So you have to use this one, and this is not have a religious representation, neither nothing. It's just a octal representation. So once you use this one, as you can see, we assign the same permission for all the groups. Groups is author, group, main group, and the others. But what happens if I want to give a different permission? So remember this. I'll always remember this one, and once you remember this, you only have to sum each others and reach a certain combination. So that's mean if you only want to give execution, you have to use 1, just write 2, just reading 4. If you want to give execution and write, you have to 2 plus 1, 3. And if you want to give, I don't know, execution and read, 4 plus 1, 5. Or if you want to give write and write is 4 plus 2, that's 6. Or if you want to give all the permission, is just 4 plus 2 plus 1, as you can see, or you already know, is 7. So that's it. So for example, I'm going to give, I don't know, the write permission for groups. That means I only have to use 4, but I want to give reading and execution permission for others. So I have to sum 4 plus 1, and that's 5, and I have this number. Avoid reading the number like 645. Is not in that way. Maybe you can use 645 because there are not correlation each themselves itself is just normal. So in this way we are going to give for the author the read and write permission, for the group I don't remember the write and write, and for the others we are going to give the read and execution. And as you see, there is no multiple combination for a same number because these are different operations, so don't worry about it. So once we perform this operation just like that, as you see, we have this one. As in the file, we have read and write, just write, and write and execution in the file txt. And I think that's all. Maybe just for in addition something, I'm gonna give you some exercise that is a good idea you try to perform. And maybe if you don't have a terminal on hand, maybe just using your mind you can reach the result. So let's solve this one, and that's all. Try to create for your own these 3 files, file 1, 2, and 3, and give this certain permission. It's a good idea. Maybe you can use the verbal or the numeric or both, because it's important that you make the exercise to maybe make fast operations. So don't worry, maybe if you want to perform on your own and you don't have a terminal on hand, just give me a second and we have the result. So once you complete this little task, we are going to see this. Once you have all the permission, that means 7. It's easy to know. If you see these 2, remember this is 4, this is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6, not x is 6. So we have 7 and 6, and the last one is execution, and remember execution is 1, so we have 7, 6, and 1. So to reach this permission is 7, 6, and 1. So the following one, we have this combination right there is fast to know because this is 4 and this is 1, so 5. This is 4, 5, 4, and this is 2 plus 1 2 3. I judge, I already know how to make arithmetic operation, I swear. So yeah, this is 5 5 4 3 5 4 3, and the last one is we only have execution. This is 1, this is 0, remember that, and we have 7, so we have 1 0 7. So I hope this video was helpful, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.